The national treatment principle constitutes the second component of the non-discrimination pillar of the multilateral trading system, in addition to the most favored nation, or MFN, principle. The national treatment principle ensures non-discrimination between domestic and foreign products, services, or nationals. In general, this principle prohibits a member from favoring its domestic products over the imported like products of other members once those imported products have entered the domestic market. The objective of the national treatment principle is to provide equality of competitive conditions for imported products in relation to domestic products. While the MFN principle seeks to ensure that a WTO member does not discriminate between like products originating in or destined for other WTO members, the national treatment principle prohibits discriminatory treatment between imported and domestic products. As with the MFN principle, there are some exceptions to the national treatment principle. Now, let's see how the national treatment principle contained in Article 3 of the GATT, at least for trading goods, applies through a practical example. Let's suppose that Vanin, a WTO member, adopts a regulation which imposes a sales tax of 20% on imported soft drinks and a sales tax of 1% on domestic soft drinks. In addition, Vanin applies a special package requirement for the internal transportation of imported soft drinks contained in glass bottles that this country does not apply to domestically produced soft drinks contained in glass bottles. Question: can Vanin apply a sales tax of 20% to imported soft drinks and a sales tax of 1% to domestic soft drinks? Second question: can Vanin impose a special package requirement only upon imported soft drinks contained in glass bottles? In both cases, the answer is no. Based on the assumption that the domestic and imported products are like products, Vanin cannot apply its internal measures in a way that it favors its domestic products over the imported products of other WTO members. The national treatment principle, as set forth in Article 3 of the GATT, applies only to internal measures, as opposed to border measures, such as, for example, tariffs. It covers both internal taxes and internal regulations. The sales tax of 20% constitutes an internal tax, while the special packaging requirement for the internal transportation of imported soft drinks contained in glass bottles would constitute an internal regulation.